This is a Shock podcast.
Shock. Hey guys, and welcome back to season 3 of The Art of Beauty. So today we've got episode 2 and we have a very, very, very special guest.
Yes.
It's Qasrina Karim. She needs no introduction, y'all. Like if you don't know Qasrina by now, have you been living under a rock? She's been everywhere.
Yes.
So honestly, thank you so much for taking the time out to come and speak to me and Nita. Really, really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you for having me here.
Yes. And congratulations on being on Netflix. And your face is on the Netflix feed.
That's
which
right.
is awesome.
Yeah, that's nice to have, you know.
So obviously this is called The Art of Beauty, if you can't read that. So how do you define beauty? And like what does beauty mean to you?
Beauty is, it's different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, you have the literal meaning, you have the technical meaning, and obviously beauty is what looks pretty, what's nice for us to look at, but exterior aside, because beauty to me is exteriorly, how you take care of yourself. Beauty is all about self-care to me, taking care of yourself, making yourself presentable, looking good. But besides that, it's also the beauty within, because I believe that everyone is beautiful on the outside. Everyone. It's whether you're comfortable in your own skin without makeup, what you wear, if you're super chill and that's how you feel confident in, then great, that's beautiful to you. And so there's exterior beauty and this interior beauty, because you can be pretty on the outside, but if your insides don't match the outside,
ugly. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be talking about the
because
industry.
I've met people who are gorgeous on the outside, but on the inside, questionable. But so beauty to me is what's on the outside, what you portray, and of course on the inside as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Snaps. Look at that answer. Yeah, exactly. Say it for the people at the back because they need to hear this. Absolutely, I agree. We're gonna talk about the industry, obviously.
Okay,
like we can't carry this, interview without talking about the industry.
The goods.
Yeah, the goods. The good. The tea.
The
the
juice,
tea.
the
Exactly. I know there's some to be spilled.
Let's start from the very beginning. From you becoming an actress, we want to know how you are as a person. Would you say you're more introverted or an extrovert?
Definitely introverted. I've taken that personality test.
What's it called?
What are you? What
is it called?
It's an MBTI.
I don't remember, but
Yeah.
I think I'm an IN. I don't remember, but definitely introverted.
Like INFJ.
Have you taken
Yeah.
it?
I have, but I don't remember what I
I
am.
don't remember what I am.
Guys, I was
I'm
gonna
not
compare.
What are you?
I'm an ENFJ and like a borderline ENFP.
That means you're extrovert?
Yes.
Technically, but I recharge, so I'm ambivert. So
I'm ambivert too.
yeah, so I need to recharge, but then when I go out, I'm like all out. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm like that kind of person.
I'm straight up introverted.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
capital I. Okay.
Yeah, capital I, introvert.
Introvert.
I mean, some people would think that, oh, she's an actress, she's out there, extroverted.
So how do you
no.
navigate that? How do you manage being an introvert in such an extroverted industry?
Yeah, it's a good
such as
question.
acting?
Because for me as an introvert, I feel like I focus on the craft. Just because you're introverted doesn't mean that you're completely shy. And
Yes.
if someone asks you something and you shy out, no, it's not that. It's just that you're more observant to things. Extroverted people, they're just louder than you. They are in their natural element, being talkative and all that. But for me, I'm just more comfortable being the listener on the outside a
Right.
bit, just a bit more to myself, because I'm in a very public industry. So much is seen and so many people talk about you, that you just tend to shell up a little bit.
Yep.
You tend to hide a bit more because you feel so exposed.
And vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. And to have that part just like ripped from you, it's a bit scary. It gets scary. So yeah, it's more like a defense mechanism, I think, to hide away sometimes, to recharge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but being an introvert doesn't mean that I cannot speak to people or anything. It's just that after I do that, it's like, okay, bye. I'll see you the next week. You know,
I'll see you next year.
Where's my charger?
Yeah, exactly. You just need to recharge, and then you'll be okay. Yeah.
It's interesting that you use the word ripped away from you, actually, because like you said, right, you're an introvert, and but at the same time you're in such a public domain. Like the industry is so what's the word, intrusive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And people can get very
definitely.
intrusive.
And your privacy basically doesn't exist.
Yeah, I
Your
mean,
privacy is for people to see
yeah,
nowadays.
You are public property for lack of better term, you know?
Yeah. But like, how do you save certain things? I think it's important, right, to save certain things for yourself, right? Like, how do you ensure that that you keep, certain things for yourselves?
I'm a very private person, actually.
Right.
I think it's safe to say that everyone posts whatever they want people to see on their social medias, and I'm no stranger to that. I'm the same as that. So a lot of things I don't show people. I keep private quite a lot of things. People don't know a lot about they know about my personal life, but they don't know everything. I only show what I want to show.
Yes.
And I feel like that applies to a lot of people as well. But at the same time, being out there, you have to show it. People want to know more about you, so you cannot completely shy away from that. But at the same time, being there, I have gone through a few instances where I've posted things and people would take that and it becomes an issue, or people just have something to say about it.
Pick it apart.
Yeah, and they make it a story. I've had instances where journalists would take that piece of my life on my Insta story, something which I thought was funny or something. Innocent, yeah, something that was innocent, and they would make something out of it. It becomes an article. They put it on a platform where people can publicly comment on it. So things like that makes me more
You're like hyper aware all the time.
more conscious of what I post.
Yeah.
And because of that, I tend to shy away more from social media. Like now I'm super extra careful of what I want to post. Like if I want to share something, just sharing something fun to me, but I'll be like, would people say something about this?
So you always have to like think twice.
I think twice, thrice,
4 times, 10 times.
Yeah, because I've had times where I just post like what I eat or what I'm doing, and then people would say like,
why is that an issue?
Let
Let the girl eat, man. Like,
So-
come on, let her
Yeah.
chuck her down. Come on, yeah.
So from there, I also get like, oh, would people say anything from this post? And I just become like nervous and like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna delete that. Okay,
How do
bye.
you feel about that? Having to doubt yourself. I mean, doubt as in having to second guess everything that you want to do, everything you want to post. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, because it's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah, it's not a nice feeling, I must admit. Having to doubt yourself, that's not fun, really. But sometimes you just gotta get over it. You gotta have that mindset. Don't let what other people think affect you. Because I'm not gonna lie, it has affected me so many times, but sometimes you just gotta push through, and today's news is gone by tomorrow or the next few days. So just gotta live by that.
Yeah, because like the thing is like a lot of people tend to make this comment like, well, you're an actress, so you signed up for this, right?
Yeah.
So you can't complain if people not criticize you, right? That kind of stuff.
I've gotten exactly that before.
Yeah, but like,
You're only human.
Yeah, like people in the entertainment industry are humans too, Like you can't forget that there's literally a human being with actual emotions.
Yeah.
But like behind all of that, just because you're a public figure doesn't mean that
You have no boundaries.
you have no boundaries,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like it's a harsh and very cruel world out there lah. I'll just leave it at that. You know what I mean?
is.
Like netizens, haters gonna hate, potatoes gonna potate. So like at the end of the day,
What's
like,
a potato?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's just a phrase.
It's
It's just a phrase.
potato-
Yeah,
potatoing.
yeah, potatoes gonna potate.
Tomatoes gonna?
Tomate. Yes, correct. So like at the end of the day, like you can't please everyone, right?
Exactly,
So like you just
yeah.
gotta just do you, right?
Exactly.
So like when stuff like that happens, right? Like how do you like handle it? Like, what's your like thought process?
So
'Cause it's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not really. Being in the industry, you really have to be thick-skinned, and I learned it the hard way because I've been total in the industry, total years, about 6 years, I think. Yeah, I started modeling when I was 21, I think, and then I've been modeling for 6 years, and on top of that, acting for 4 years. So even in the modeling industry, I have been, body shamed before. So body shamed online. So it honestly felt like it was cyberbullying.
Yeah, that is literally cyberbullying. That's
cyberbullying.
Well, a spade a spade. Yeah.
Yeah, people just shooting at you for,
Oh my god.
God's gift.
Yeah.
Right? So I think a normal reaction, any human reaction, would be to like you become sad.
Yep.
And my coping mechanism is probably just crying.
Right.
So yeah, I cried the first few days, cried myself to sleep because like, why are people so mean? I didn't do anything on purpose to get any backlash, right?
Yeah. Just doing a job.
Yeah, exactly.
This was on
And
Instagram?
This was I was doing the photo shoot.
Yeah.
They posted the picture, and then someone on Instagram screenshot the picture and they posted on Twitter as a compliment. You're like, oh, cantik ni dia ni. Macam muka Siti Nurhalizah makes Mira Filzah. So
I
it was
see that. I see that. I definitely see that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a compliment at first, but then you get people who are like not so nice, and then that just it blew up into like this really big thing, and troll accounts who take these things and make it into an article. So it started from there. That was the first one I ever gotten. I think it was in 2017. I still remember what these people said, and it's really not nice, so it was that started the whole thing, and I was like, how are people so mean, right? And then I have a really great support system.
Yeah.
So that is how I overcome these things. And I've had people tell me, like, you are in the public eye now, so you have to be thick-skinned. But just brush off what these people say because you don't know who they are. They mean nothing to you. And then I learned only, what matters is what the people I care about think.
Correct.
My family, my friends. If
Yes.
they're okay with what I'm doing, I'm not doing anything that's wrong,
Yep.
Yeah.
then it's fine. Yeah, so from 2017 until now, I've gotten a series of, cyberbullying, hate comments, but you just gotta, move
Keep
on.
calm and carry
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
You cannot please people who cannot be pleased.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's always gonna be people who are gonna say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there's just some people who just like not cari pasal. Like
Yeah.
just
Like it's a
being-
form of entertainment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was saying this in like my previous episode as well. I hate social media, literally, and this is like literally one of the reasons why, because people get really brave behind a computer
Correct.
screen, behind a phone screen, whatever. It's like, yeah,
Tell it
say
face to face.
Say it to my face. Say it to my face.
They won't say these things
No,
to your
absolutely
face.
not.
It's
No,
only because
no.
they're hiding behind a screen.
No.
Yeah.
It's false bravery. It's
Yeah,
not
100%.
real.
100%. 100%.
So you have been a victim of body shaming, and what would you say to your younger self with the things that you went through right now? What would you say to her? As a person who just started out in the industry, what would you say?
Trust the process, and it gets better.
Right.
Yeah. These things, a lot of people, then you realize like, okay, there's really a lot of nasty people, but at the same time, there's also a lot of people who loves you.
Yeah. Like if you
Yeah.
were to meet these people, the cyberbullies in real life, what would you actually say to them?
I'll say, bro, you okay?
You good? You having a bad day?
Yeah, are you having a bad day?
Let's talk about it.
Exactly, because there's something going on with you.
Exactly.
It's reflecting in yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, really.
Like
because-
hurt people hurt people.
Correct. I think
Yeah.
what you feel, it also reflects on what you say, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it only reflects on them. It has nothing to do with you at all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't, it's not like I did something on purpose
Yes.
that was wrong or something for me to get the backlash. This was something that I couldn't change about myself
Yeah.
that people commented on and started hating on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think the most recent one was just a few months ago. There was this Astro event that I went to, and I was surrounded by journalists, like 180 degrees left, right,
My God.
front, center, everywhere. And I was being interviewed.
Right.
and they had their phones like literally like up here,
Oh,
just around my face, right?
zoomed in.
It's like you're a zoo animal,
Zoomed
you
in.
know? Like,
In a
that's
way,
literally
yeah.
what it must feel like.
It was intimidating, but
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know? So one of the videos from the interview came out and it was not a flattering angle. It
Oh
was
my goodness.
not. And then the backlash, oh my god, the comments that started coming in, and someone actually said that, okay, netizens were being netizens lah, they were commenting and
Yeah.
being all mean and everything. And then someone was like, oh, it's not the cameraman's fault
What?
for the video. It's my fault for just
Existing.
Looking the way you
looking
do.
the way I was looking. So I was like, it was crazy. It went on for days actually because the video was just circulating and I was getting more retweets, reposts, and like news articles started.
News articles.
Yeah, they started taking that as well.
Yeah, dia
'Cause
macam
they just want
membiak, you know,
stories.
like yeah,
it's-
it would go to this platform and that platform.
It was
and,
like it was literally mushrooms growing after
and mushroom, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just so bad and it didn't stop. It really did not stop until I actually voiced out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I kept quiet for as long as I could.
Yep.
I was like, you know, people say just don't respond to these things. Keep
Yes.
quiet. It will
Yeah.
go away. I did that. It didn't go away
Yep.
until I voiced out, and people who supported me starting voicing back out as well.
Yep.
Right.
And my sister did the same thing. As you know, having an older sister, they cannot see their family getting hurt.
Yeah.
You know, they have to do
Kakak gotta
something
be
about it.
super protective.
Exactly, my kakak was
Yeah.
like, okay, who do I have
Yeah,
to beat
exactly.
up first?
Sizing
you know?
everybody up. Yeah.
Yeah, so that started, and bless my friends, they did the same, you know, fans as well. My fans, bless them, they really did as much as they could. And when I started voicing back out, and then only the person who started circulating these things deleted the tweet after a few days.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't do it like right after I voiced out. It was only a few days after. And then I had journalists WhatsApping me, hi, can I call you for an interview?
Oh my god. About it?
About that?
Yeah, and like I just
Oh my
want this thing to
God.
disappear. I don't want it to be an
Tak ada
issue.
ke je lain.
Yes.
Oh
I
know,
my god.
right?
There's so many other
Exactly.
more newsworthy things.
Yeah,
But
but
when-
I've had like 2 journalists calling me up, and I was like, I'm not in the right headspace.
Frame of mind, yeah.
And it's just not worth talking about. Like, what are you supposed to say?
Exactly. Yeah.
But when you voiced out, how did that make you feel? Like, was that empowering for you to like stand up for yourself? And how did you?
yeah,
That's a
little
good
bit.
question. That's a good one.
Yeah, because a lot of times I've been told to just sit back, keep quiet, right? Take the high road. So yeah, I've done that. But nothing changed. And at one point, one day, I was like, you know, I can't anymore. I'm not gonna be like mean or marah or anything about it. I'm being civil. My only reply was, I'm human too. Short.
Yep.
That's it.
It says
Yes.
so much. Like
Yeah.
the
Short and
message
concise.
is clear. The message is noted.
Bullets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that was it. And from there, other news article picked that because I wouldn't say anything. I
Yes.
didn't answer any calls. So they just did their research based on that, screenshot that, made their own story from
Yeah.
that, you know. So yeah, from there, and then that
I'm,
ended.
I'm just curious, as an artist and journalist, what is your relationship like? I mean, in terms of, does that make you in a more vulnerable position when you stand up for yourself? That one I have to ask.
For me, yeah, you know, I would feel vulnerable, especially in this kind of situation, standing up for myself, because I'm quite timid, I would say, you know. But in that position where people listened to me when I stood up, then yeah, I felt empowered, and all these people backing me up. So, like I said just now, you know, it only matters when the people you care about backs you up as
Yes.
well. And then that's where you feel like, okay, I have a good, strong support system.
Yes.
You know, it's not me alone in this. Like, yeah, I'm at the forefront, but everyone behind me, my friends, my family, they support you as well. Yeah, you have a team that really lifts you up.
Yeah, I think it's so important, especially in this industry, to have that really strong support system. And it doesn't have to be like so big.
Yeah.
Right? It's literally the people who
You care about,
you,
that's it.
you love, and
Yeah.
honestly, that is more than
Enough.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So talking about like journalists and stuff like that, oh my god, I don't want to hate on like, I'm sure not all journalists are bad and stuff like that, but I think in the industry as well, I think it's very common for like comparisons to be made, right, between different artists who are like coming up and coming and stuff like that. Like, how do you deal with being compared to someone else? Obviously Mira feels right, like I'm gonna say that, right? But how do you like deal with that? You are very much your own person.
Yeah, I love Mira Filza. I had the privilege to work with her not too long ago, and she is just the kindest, most genuine person. I'm so glad I worked with her because I've had so many people telling me that you look so much like her. There is that similarity, but I think when we work together and when people can see that, okay, they look the same kind of, but their personalities are different, but I think it's a compliment when someone says that, because she is gorgeous. And up front I was like, how are you even more beautiful than your pictures? Really? And inside out she's gorgeous, so that's great, that's really nice. And she does not have any like ounce of hatred towards anyone, anything, which is just so nice to see, so genuine, really. And
that's rare,
it's rare.
That's rare in this industry. Oh yeah.
I think just
we need another podcast for that.
T.
No, it's just anyone. It doesn't have to be in the industry. But she's just really kind. She's really genuine, and so it was really nice to work together. And I feel like having people who look like you is a plus point. It's an advantage. Like if you need any siblings on screen siblings, you can work together, and then that's great. You have like two people who can pass as siblings. Yes. So I love it. But to me, I don't think we look the same. It's just that maybe there's some similarities, but not 100% the same.
Sama tapi tak serupa.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. I mean, I definitely see it. I don't know about you, girl, but I definitely do.
Yeah, but in terms of career-wise, I feel like everyone has their own journey.
100%.
I may be here in my journey and she's like way up there, and this other person is also probably way up there, even though we started at the same time. But it's okay because everyone has their journey, and I believe in rezeki masing-masing.
Yeah.
So I don't have to try so hard. Of course I will do my best in trying to achieve what I can, but I'm not gonna like purposely do something like viral things, for example, create controversy. I wouldn't do that. That's not me. That's not the direction I want to go to. I have my own direction, and this is what I plan to follow. This is what I have for me, and this is the steps that I'm gonna follow to reach my goal.
Talking about like controversy and stuff like that, you just get people who are just like lost in the sauce, who are like in the industry for the wrong reasons, because it's a very, 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 I mean, obviously I'm not an actress, but like I'm in the industry as well. It's cutthroat. It's extremely cutthroat. And like there are people who are just not for it. And there are some people who also enter it for the wrong reasons. I think like you gotta have a good head like on your shoulders to stay here.
Having the right intention of being in industry is what will keep you in it. If you do it for the fame, viral sekejap, to sell something, maybe you're hot now, but will that sustain you in the long run?
Exactly.
Exactly. Unless you do this for the passion. You do this because you're sincere, because you love the craft, you love the arts. Then you'll be in for quite a while, I think. Because like you said, it's cutthroat, it's competitive, it's demanding. You get new talents who come up, and then the old ones or something is just like, okay, bye, we don't need you anymore. But how do you stay relevant? It's your talent, it's your discipline, it's your ethics, it's your how hard you work. It will all show.
I do have a question for that. You mentioned ethics, hard work, but for you in this industry, do sometimes looks triumph all of that?
No, for sure no. You can have the looks, but if you cannot act, you cannot
if you don't have the
deliver
goods
your
to
line.
back it, right?
Yeah,
you
then,
can have a pretty face.
Yeah, then you won't last long. Because especially now, more than ever, people have an opinion and they can voice it out. And production houses, producers, directors, they will read into that. They will they work based on that as well.
They will prioritize that.
They give people what people want to see. And if you cannot deliver, okay, then maybe that's your last job maybe or something. But yeah, so pretty face doesn't top it off. You really need the skill.
Substance.
Yeah. If like for me, even my first acting gig, I don't think like, okay, I feel like I did okay, you know, for my first feature film. It was a freaking film, okay? It wasn't like
Is it the Netflix one?
Yeah, my Netflix one was
that's
my
the first one.
That was my
Is that a
first.
joke?
Your first movie is a Netflix movie? What?
Yeah, my first acting gig was a freaking
That is so cool, man.
Netflix
Qasrina Karim,
movie.
everyone. There we go. Talent.
Lucky. I was lucky for that, you know, and yeah, but I don't know, sometimes I think you have it in you, but it wasn't all easy. I really struggled with that. I had an amazing director who helped me through with that. He was just like, don't try hard, don't act, just be yourself. And that's who I was.
That's the trick.
Yeah, for me at least.
Looking back on it now, do you think you'd go back into like just doing like modeling and leaving? Like, do you think you'll ever at like any point leave acting?
Oh,
Even in
I
like
don't know.
15, 20, 25, 30 years.
you know, if anyone wants me still by then of course.
Yeah. Oh my
Girl,
god.
you- like,
girl,
it's-
you're only just getting started. Come on now.
It's competitive, it's demanding,
Yeah.
you know, but of course I like doing what I'm doing right now, you know. I do have the passion for acting. A lot of people ask me, so do you prefer modeling or acting more?
Yeah, which one is it? They're
I
different.
like
They're different.
both, really.
Yeah.
Modeling is easy for me.
All right.
I mean,
she says.
I mean, it's a couple of poses in front of the camera, you know.
When you simplify it like that,
I'm
no,
sure
that's
you
so
could. I'm sure you could as well.
I'm so
I don't
awkward.
believe
I'm
that.
so
No.
awkward. So I guess like when you're modeling, you're not portraying a character, you're not acting, but like you're portraying a vibe, you know, you're using
Yeah.
an aura.
Yeah.
You're trying to give something.
Yeah, show
right?
it, Yasmin.
No,
Come
no,
on,
please,
come
not
on.
please. Carry on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I think in some ways modeling did help with
Yeah.
acting, you know, just being comfortable in front of the camera, in front of a whole team, a whole set. So in that sense it's similar.
Yeah.
But acting, yeah, it's on a huge scale compared to modeling. It's on a much bigger scale. You work with a lot of other people. Modeling, you're on your own, you know. Acting, it's a team thing.
Team
You gotta
effort.
deliver as well to your
Ensemble.
partner. Then only you can see the chemistry come on screen.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not like a one person thing.
Yeah.
How do you maintain your beauty when you work such long hours and being an actress? You're working like nobody else. You sometimes you work till 5 a.m. I think you mentioned before the
Yeah.
podcast that you work for 24 hours, which is insane.
Yeah, like how do you make time for yourself?
Yes. How do you self-care?
Self-care.
Oh gosh. Okay, when I'm working on a certain project, it's very demanding. It depends on the project. That one that I worked on was like, the crazy one was I think 1.5 months. And I was the main cast for that, I was the lead. So I was on set every single day from like 6 a.m.
So for a month and a half straight.
Yeah.
Every
No
single
breaks?
day.
I had, I think, 3 days break in total. But that one day I had a day off because I had modeling, which was confirmed way before the whole
So you're
shooting.
still working, really?
Yes. So we wrapped the shoot filming at 6 a.m. in the morning. And my call time for modeling was 7 a.m. No, sorry.
Oh my
we wrapped
goodness.
up filming at 7 a.m. My call time for modeling was 7 a.m. So I had to call in that I was going to be late.
That is-
So from KL, I drove to Setia Alam. And then I arrived at 8 a.m. I didn't go home. I bought a toothbrush and toothpaste at 7-Eleven.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
and I bought like 3 tins of coffee and a Red Bull.
Oh my
And then
god.
I just powered through the day. And I wrapped the modeling at 6 p.m.
Oh my god.
It was crazy. I was like mentally stressed. It was so crazy. I would not do that again.
That is insane.
It was insane, yeah. So for that project specifically, it was just a lot. It was really a lot. I think I would go home and cry because I was just so tired.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
I was exhausted. I was burnt out towards the end, and it was a very physically demanding shoot as well because there was quite a lot of action in that show. I was actually injured. I had bruises.
Oh my god.
I fell down a bike. I bruised my face because I fell down the bike, but that was nuts because that scene I had to ride a bicycle on like.
So you do your own stunts?
I did my own stunts.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very narrow bridge on a kayu bridge, and it was like sungai.
Yeah.
And then there was just like 2 papans of kayu and a net. No bicycle is supposed to
Yeah,
go through
exactly.
that. Okay, and I tried before we started rolling. I tried, but I fell because it was too shaky. But I fell on the net. But there was a small bruise on my face here, and I was just like bruised here, and on my knees. I had like this big of a bruise on my knee. It was black.
Gosh.
It was so bad. It was really bad. And then there were scenes where I had to punch
The actor?
not the actor, no. Like a kayu papan thing.
Right.
And to make it look, and I didn't punch it properly the first time because that hurts, right?
Yes.
And we're acting. And then the director was like, you gotta punch it. You know?
Gotta do it for real.
Yeah, because I can tell it's all fake. Bruised my knuckles.
My
Oh my
goodness.
god.
So yeah, it's intense. You know, people tend to think that this acting thing is all glam.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not. On set, you're just sweating, and if you have to change for the next scene, you're changing while you're sweating like crazy, especially outdoor shoots, you know, which I do a lot.
Yes.
So yeah, it's nothing glamorous about that.
Yeah.
It's
But you
really
just gotta
tiring.
You just gotta do what you gotta do because it's the job, right? Like whatever
But
is
it's the
required
job.
of you.
Yeah, but then again, at the end of the day, I love what I do. You
Yes.
know, I go through all of that, but when I look and I watch the end result, I'm proud that I did it.
Yeah.
That I could have gone through that, and no one would assume or think that I bruised myself, that
Yes.
I fell down a bike, I bruised my face. Because
People don't
what
see
they say,
that.
people don't see that, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, just to get things straight, Kas is not complaining about like, you know, her job, obviously.
It's
No,
her
just
dedication.
sharing
to
the
craft.
hardships that we go through.
Yeah,
you know?
because like I think every industry has its own hardships, right?
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Yeah, stuff that we go through and all
Yeah,
that.
I'm
So
just
it's
sharing
only natural.
how hard it is actually, what people don't see behind the scenes.
behind the scenes. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like all the glitz and glamour and like going to events and like meeting people, it's literally probably like would you
surface,
say like 10%, 20%?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the job as well, you know, going
Yeah.
out, meeting people, networking.
Exactly. It's even part of the job.
Yeah,
You're
it's part
essentially
of the job.
PRing.
Yeah,
Right? You're getting to know
exactly.
people and stuff like that. So it's not all like ooh,
Not all.
ooh. No, it's not. Like so
Yeah.
far from it. Do you think like being in the industry has like changed your perception of yourself?
You know, if you asked me this 10 years ago, I did not think I would be where I am today. It really takes a lot of grit, determination to still be here today. You know, I could have just done this once and I'd be like, okay, that's it. I've done it. I don't like it. Bye. I could have done that. But I'm still here. You know, I like what I do. I have the passion for it. I respect the industry. So that's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. And yeah, after going through all I've done, at least with the experience I have today, I'm like, yeah, this has really, you know, it made me grow.
Yes.
I see the growth from when I just started. Confidence, you know,
Work in progress.
it's a work in progress.
But we all are. We all are.
yes,
Literally.
yeah, exactly. I would
Yeah.
say it's a work in progress because then again, it goes back to, you know, when I was talking about social media, because of all the comments and the criticism that I get, that makes me feel small. So that affects my confidence. I'm being really honest here, you know, like it affects my confidence. I'm not gonna lie and say that, oh no, I'm super confident, my self-esteem is way up high now that I've started in the industry. No. It goes back down when, you know, I get backlash or criticisms, and then it's just constantly a work in progress. Yeah.
Do you feel that you're more confident before you joined the industry or compared to now?
Oh my gosh. I think I'm more confident now, I would say, because I've had, you know, journalists telling me that I'm a lot more open now compared to when I just started. So I think, yeah, this has made me grow I grew in that sense, like talking to people, being more open in front of the camera, in front of journalists, and sharing my personal life. Yes, but at the same time, it's still when
behind closed doors, it's like a different matter, right?
Yeah. But the growth is there. But then again, like you said, I could answer it more perfectly. It's still a work in progress. I feel like I don't think I'll ever reach that level of 100%, because everything is a work in progress. Even in my acting, I feel like I'm still learning. When I'm acting with other people, everyone has their own style.
Yes.
And you tend to adapt to other people to make it work. And I feel like that's how it is for me.
Speaking of acting style, what type of acting do you do the most in terms of, do you take your character home with you? Because
method actor.
Yes, are you a method actor where it's sometimes when an actor acts, they assimilate the character in them and they don't take out the character out for days, meaning the personality, and it affects their mental health. I think that's what I saw on YouTube. But what about you? Do you immerse the character in you so much that it affects you?
Yeah.
So I've never had that before. I've never gotten too into it that I forget myself, because the roles that I've gotten so far, it's not like someone like or something
Dark.
that you just gotta be super dark, so I've never gotten those roles before, which I'm really excited to try.
Yeah, why not?
The psychopath.
Yeah, like I would like to see how far I can go. I want to push myself as well, but I've never gotten those kinds of roles before, so there was never any need to immerse into such a dark character and take it home with me.
So before we close things off and end the episode, what kind of advice would you like to give people who not only people who want to start out like in the entertainment industry, but just like girls out there like who are, I don't know, a bit lost? Like I think we can all relate to that feeling of like, I don't know, trying to figure ourselves, like self-confidence, like trying to just find our self-esteem, like find our place, like I don't know,
Yeah, when before I started acting, I didn't know what I want to do either. I was so lost. Like, okay, so I'll just, get my degree, study and work 9 to 5, I guess. But when there's an opportunity that arises, grab it. If it doesn't work out, make those opportunities. Find something that you like. Try out different things. Doesn't matter about the timeline, because everyone has their own journey. I cannot emphasize that enough. If you see your friends getting married or something, but you're on this journey of self-discovery, focus on yourself. Yeah, and also to everyone else, like just everyone. It's just my advice is be kind to everyone. Yeah, because everyone is going through their own journey, their own struggles, and you never know what other people are going through, right? So just be kind. It's free.
Actually, yeah, do you want to give a message to your fans out there?
Right. I want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you guys have given me so far. I truly appreciate it, and I really wouldn't be here where I am today if it's not for the love and support. So thank you.
Woo! Alrighty. And on that note, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Art of Beauty. We'll catch you guys on the next one.